Hi again. The beef Burgundy has been simmering on top of the stove for the last hour and 40 minutes or so. And I've moved it back over here to the hot plate. I guess that's a good name for this thing. And it's time to finish it off. So I'm going to remove the lid. And let's put this back down here. Here's the stew after it's been simmering for a while. I tasted, let me turn it up a little bit so we can see a little bit of simmer going on there. I tasted it, the sauce tastes really good. The beef is nice and tender. And it's time to finish it off. So I do want to thicken the sauce. So there's still quite a bit of liquid there. That's good, but I want to thicken it up. So I have a little less than a cup of broth here. About a half a cup, it looks like. And I have a couple of tablespoons of flour. Let me move this broth here. See if I can move this around a little bit. As you can see, I'm rushing the season on my apron, but I just felt like wearing it today. I've got 2 tablespoons of flour. I'm going to put about half of that or so into the broth and whisk it around. Actually, I'm going to put the whole thing in there. The whole 2 tablespoons, because that's a lot of broth. It needs a good amount of flour. All right, get the flour all dissolved into the broth. And then let's start. You know what? Before I do that, I'm going to interrupt myself again. I want to take the bay leaves out. So there's one bay leaf. There's the other one. I like when they're easy to find. All right. No more bay leaves. Now, let's thicken it. Just going to pour this around. Put almost all of it in there. And I'm going to stir it. Cook and stir it. See if I can adjust this a little bit. As you can see, the beef is a nice, deep brown, rich color. The sauce is nice and dark. I think I'll go ahead and add the rest of this. Actually, the flour's gone to the bottom. Put the rest of it in there and stir. Now, when I tasted the sauce, I don't think it needed any additional salt. I salted everything as I put it in, as I seared it or sauteed it, but I have not added pepper yet. So I'm going to go ahead and I have some freshly grated black pepper, and I'm just going to sprinkle a good amount of that in there. I had about 2 teaspoons. I used at least half of that. I used at least a teaspoon. I think I have enough sauce here that it can handle the rest of it. Let's just put it all in, because I really do like black pepper. So as you can see, the sauce is thickening up. That's good. Traditionally, if you were making this, eating this in France, the traditional way to, or the traditional side dish to serve with this is small boiled potatoes. Now, most people use either mashed potatoes here in this country, either mashed potatoes or noodles. I cooked half a package of egg noodles. Then I drained them, added some salt and pepper and a couple of tablespoons of butter and mixed all that in. So I'm going to serve this stew over noodles. Okay, now we have our last three ingredients, which are the pieces of browned bacon, mushrooms, and pearl onions. So when we stir all that in here, that's really going to give us a nice thick stew. Of course, the mushrooms and the pearl onions and the bacon have been sitting while the stew simmered, so they weren't hot when I put them in here, but as you can see, it's still steaming a little bit, so there's enough heat to take care of that addition. Okay. It's starting to bubble up again, and that way you can see that the sauce is thickened. Actually though, since I put that much flour in it, I want to let it, I'm bring it up a little bit more. I want to let it bubble a little bit to make sure all that flour gets cooked in with the stew. And give it a chance to do all the thickening it's going to do. Alright, let me get a little bit of noodles on my dish now. Just have egg noodles. Whoop, see if I can get that. There we go. Egg noodles with butter, salt, and pepper. I'm going to scoop out some noodles into a serving dish. And then I'm turn this off, and I'm going to scoop out some beef Burgundy stew on top of the noodles and get some of this good thick sauce. Now all you need to have an absolutely perfect meal is a salad and a loaf of French bread. There you have it, noodles with beef Burgundy. I used almost all of the wine. Guess how much I had left? Just enough to go with my beef Burgundy and noodles. Okay. It's going to be a very good Sunday supper, and hopefully I'll see you all later on because I got more stuff I want to cook. Bye.